Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of As Far As You Can Tell. I'm Joe, and with me today is...
JP, Desmond,
Rachel,
Ashley,
Andrea.
And he is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Brad. It's actually accurate. I'm usually not late.
And this is As Far As You Can Tell, an actual play Pathfinder game set in the Zodiac Empires Campaign Setting. Desmond's going to be here shortly. He's running errands for us. But yeah, quick recap of what happened last time. We found out that Desmond is going to be joining the game, though we still don't know who he's going to be and what capacity he's joining the game yet. Because we went to the Temple of the Wormfather to attempt to find another ring that will fit on the scepter we do have of the scepters we've been looking for and whatnot. And we were ambushed by some chaos beasts, or at least that's what we were calling them. After a pretty narrow fight with Anna going down, but getting back up close to the end there, we managed to dispatch them. And we are currently looking around the Temple
She's
of
fine.
the Wormfather. It's an empty plate. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna pitch it back over to Brad.
Okay, so the Chaos Beasts disperse after you defeat them in combat. Dun, 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 dun.
Defeated the shit out of them Chaos Beasts.
The Anna turns back into a blob for a few seconds, comes back, eventually fights off the effects. Violet does the same. Reveal, on the other hand, is a stronger will than both of the casters and can somehow handle
Beat
it
its
himself.
ass. I did take Iron Will. Let's be real.
As a follow-up to that, the candle on the altar, which is
Extinguished.
down there, does the little
Flicker blue blue.
Yep, flicker away, bloop bloop.
From the...
I think we should go investigate this candle.
Yeah.
I'm blowing out all candles.
I'm gonna roll a candle check.
Can I carve it up to a million little pieces?
Nat 20 candle check.
It's a candle.
What
Can I-
It's
scent?
a fucking candle.
Is
What's
this
that?
cinnamon?
Nothing.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Can I roll Arcana?
Cinnamon and incense. Yes.
Can I roll Arcana?
Sure.
23.
Okay, a candle is the base material component for a summon monster spell.
Can I cut it up into a million little pieces?
As you take a look at it further, Violet, I was going to say Veil, but Veil does not know up from
Violet.
down magically.
She wants to carve it.
You notice that melted into the wax, like the center of the candle, is a series of runes that allows this candle to summon up to 5 chaos beasts.
Whoa.
Hey! Vale, can you carve this up?
Can I carve it up now? Can I carve it up? I got permission.
Sure. Chop it up in little pieces.
Then burn it, make it waxy and smooth.
No, don't burn
I chop up the little
How
pieces.
many
Chop it
pieces?
first.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
31.
31 little pieces.
That crits. 17 to confirm.
The 17 confirmed?
Do I crit the
Yes.
candles?
62.
crit.
62, because it doubles.
62 pieces. In any case, the candle
Professional chef.
is officially destroyed.
I mean, that took her 6 seconds to make. That's 10 pieces a second.
You could get a job
That's true.
at a really good hibachi restaurant.
You fucked that candle up.
You could
Or-
hold that little man who pees sake onto the right.
Oh my god.
Make the volcano.
So what happened here,
Squirt it.
Reveal held up the candle, and with ultimate faith in the finger remover, that she wouldn't remove my fingers.
She's getting better at this.
Yeah, I'm better. Well, I'm working on it.
Okay.
Practices on carrots.
What do you guys want to do?
He holds them up.
I do the
with
prep
his
work.
So we got what we came here for.
Who did it? How
We
can we
need
tell?
to-
We still don't know why
investigate
something was
further.
summoned here.
This is the first time we've seen something like this. It hasn't been super typical.
Can
for
I
Void,
detect magic
right?
anywhere else in this area?
Outside of the normal areas in which you detect magic, such as the High Priest's room and the location of the last world slice, nothing I do with.
How is there signs anyone was here? I mean,
Besides the fact that the candle was placed here, no.
Can I go to the secret giant dragon statue room?
Sure, you arrive at the secret giant dragon statue room. Within is the same empty room that you arrived in the last time. Roll knowledge or religion.
I have that. It's an 8. I rolled a 1.
Okay. What's the rest of the party doing?
What else is in the room? Is there like?
I'm in the
there's
giant
a
secret
candle.
dragon statue.
You guys don't know where that is. I went with Hove.
It's Matt. Look at
It's a
this.
very nice map.
Look at the map.
Barracks,
What else is
barracks,
there?
barracks, upstairs, downstairs, high priest room.
Mm-hmm.
What's upstairs?
How you got here?
What's downstairs?
Eventually
down
the
there.
secret dragon statue
Oh.
room, but
That's
for
right.
the first room down there's a storeroom.
What's in the high priest room?
Not
As
much
you
anymore.
as you enter the room, most of it is in the same disarrayed kind of setup that Hove and Raziel had originally left it in.
We
If
went
they're
here
setting
like last week.
what?
Yeah.
This is where the secret door was.
That's where I
Yeah.
initially found my current armor and weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not much in there.
Nope. Nothing out of the ordinary. Violet, what are you doing?
Scratching my eye.
Okay. Vale, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hanging out.
Okay.
I want to go downstairs, but
I don't find any signs of people.
Okay.
did you
Roll
specifically
perception.
tell me to stay up here?
No, I just walk away.
16.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm with him.
Okay.
I can't roll knowledge with it.
Hove. One thing you notice immediately upon entering the room that is extremely different from the last time you were here
Well, that's
is
not.
that you can see the treasure that's on the gloom as a ghostly apparition.
Can you see that?
You see empty shelves all around.
See what?
As you remember, in the center of the room is a large dragon statue, roughly about 15 feet on a side. He is curled up in a circle. Around him in all directions is a U-shaped dais, and then another U-shaped dais that's farther out, and then another U-shaped dais that's farther out into a big kind
It's
of
like an
amphitheater kind of setup. Sitting in the center of the amphitheater where a normal play or whatever else would go on, in this normal case, you can tell that this was a private worship room for the higher members of Naugri's church, for obvious reasons. The party, on the other hand, already knows that the high priest had utilized this room as a way to store treasure on the gloom and keep it hidden from prying eyes. Hove, at the moment, can see the
Treasure.
ghostly apparitions of the treasure on the dioceses that they have not removed due to a religious significance.
I want the treasure.
I'm gonna try and touch it.
Okay.
What do I see?
Hove reaches over. He touches some gold pieces. Hove, your hand enters a pile of gold pieces and seems to scatter around the room, and all of a sudden, it becomes very real to you.
Do I just see a bunch of gold come out of the room?
No, you see Hove disappear.
Buddy system!
We are in the buddy system.
Yeah, he was with me.
Hold hands!
I go, God damn it!
Fuck.
What do you?
Hove. It's the easiest way to do this.
Kill him.
Hove, roll a fortitude save.
The shadow beast gouges out your eyes.
19.
You're dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, guys, it's been
Hove, you are in the gloom version of the shadow room, but not quite. It contains all the colors that you would normally find on the material plane. It's not dark. You can see clearly. There are torches lit around the side of the room. You also realize that there's about 6 other passages that lead into this room, and one of them is the one that you use to get down here. The other 6 lead somewhere else. Or the other 5 lead somewhere else. They're all on the upper dioceses. So, to give you an idea of how this is all set up, let me...
So 5 doors?
Yep, and the one that you came in. So you are... here.
Can I see Raziel?
No. Raziel is gone.
What was planned?
I hate magic stuff.
friend.
I take a seat. He'll be back.
I can see the gold though.
Yep. On every single dice around you.
Steal it all.
What's the dragon statue doing?
Same position it was in before. Lying, circular, cat-like, sleeping location.
And there's no indication of the 5 doors on the material plane?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna try touching the gold again.
Gold is solid. It rattles off the dais in which you
Dang.
touch, falls to the floor, and one of them spins for a few seconds and then clatters.
Well,
Welcome back, Tim.
I'm going to
Put a pile down here.
touch the dragon statue.
It feels warm to your hand, as if there's blood flowing beneath the iron or the stone scales beneath.
When I feel that it's warm, I pull my hand away and decide that that's not going to get me back. And I'm going to make my way
What's
up.
he got? What's he got?
It's under him.
What is it?
Pony.
Why did he steal a pony?
Fucking no.
He's burning now.
I'm going to make my way up the little ledges up to the middle door.
Okay. You arrive at the middle door. Beyond it seems to be a... it looks very grand. That's the best way to put this. You realize quickly that all 5 doors link into a larger hallway that stretches around the room. Beyond are an additional 3 doors that lead to other rooms. So there's one directly in front of you as you enter the north, and there's one essentially between the other 2 that lead out. So, to give you an idea...
Oh, it's a hallway.
A rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
You should probably read.
Hope can't read.
Okay, inside this hallway is a large mural. From the left to the right, it appears to give a detailed account of Nogrix's life from beginning to his current form.
I've never seen Hove again.
It's in a easy to understand picture-esque
Like I'm advertising.
explanation. There's no words at all.
It's all stuff I would know, though, probably.
Yeah. It's a highly detailed account. It looks to have been carved by a team of master men at their craft. Master craftsmen, as it were. It is richly colored and detailed.
Okay. Hope would probably take the time and look at the entire thing.
Okay, as you begin, I assume you begin at the beginning
Yes.
and go clockwise around the
Start in
room.
the middle, go back to the beginning, and then.
I like this part particularly.
I
As
like this because it goes clockwise, and that makes me happy.
As you go counterclockwise.
As you get, okay. As you begin on the left side, one thing you notice immediately is that the mural seems to move and change depending on the action that's going on in the
Very
particular. Essentially, yes. The little stone dragons fight other little stone dragons, and then they eventually wins, and then there's a big fight with another big dragon, Serena, and then there's other crazy stuff that goes on, but you don't know all that is a
Man of the faith.
yes. You realize that it's only about halfway complete when you get to the end,
Oh.
and then you realize it's on the wall behind you and it stretches in a big circle.
Oh.
You get to about here, and you have about 10% left, and this is the part that you know, and then all of this is new to you.
Ooh, okay.
It appears to be still filling in, as if somebody had stopped.
That's interesting.
And then the rest of the wall is just blank.
So it's blank. Okay.
Mhm.
So, like, that would be present day ish.
What's the last major? Like, what's the last thing right before?
The last major thing is it appears that Nogrix holds a What's the easiest way to explain this? He appears to be attempting to contact his mortal worshippers as much as they can as they fight off hordes of invading demons.
Okay, so darkness ward. I would assume. Huh. Okay. I take note, and then I'm going to walk through or to this door.
You enter into a large underground cathedral. It's a 70-foot wide structure. Roughly, it appears to be hewn out of the actual cavern underneath. So the walls are primarily natural. There's stalactites on the ceiling. And benches seem to have been constructed between these stalagmites on the floor and connected by like rows of richly carved wooden benches that all lead to a front section. At the front is a large statue of Nogrix. It's very easy to recognize with its emerald eyes. And it's not constructed of dragonstone, so you know that there's no chance of it ever attacking you. And in front of it is a large altar that looks out onto the floor.
Okay.
There's also two side doors on the side and the back that are out of view of the general public.
I'm going to start walking through the cathedral.
Tim said
Walk
we
to the left side door.
You found the Paladin class hall.
Gonna open it up and peek in the left side door.
It appears to lead to a high priest's room.
Okay.
It looks very familiar to the one that was upstairs,
Oh, okay.
but not quite. It's significantly larger, and it houses a full suite. So bathroom, sitting room, library, research center, bedroom, the whole nine. That's this whole section. It eventually leads back here.
Okay.
And then right in front of that is a meeting room where he would meet with individuals.
And then I'm gonna go to the right side door.
It leads into a long series of twisting tunnels. This one appears to be the main entranceway
Okay.
for the whole downstairs cathedral.
Looks like it's gonna take an extended time to get to the end. I'm not gonna.
Roll wisdom.
18.
You realize that you'll never find your way out after about 2 seconds.
Yeah, I turn around.
You go in and you're like, wait a second, it wouldn't be constructed this way. There's some magical protection there, keep preventing people
Okay.
from finding it.
So I go back to the cathedral room and I walk up to the big dragon statue with the shiny green eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
stop.
Please, no, I'm your faithful. No.
Is there any sort of
My life for ire. What?
altar or?
Yes, it's behind you.
Okay.
If you're facing the dragon statue, it's behind you. It's a big marble kind of rectangular thing that looks out, but it's on the same level. It's only one step above the general
Right.
floor, so it's very approachable from an individual standpoint.
Anything on it?
A series of holy sacraments, books that deal with Nogrix, his teachings, the standard things you would find in a place of common worship.
Okay.
Get on my level. They colored that whole thing in once. Twice, actually.
I'm gonna turn.
That's exactly what I did the whole way.
Can I investigate the statue thoroughly?
Sure. Roll perception.
Roll initiative.
22.
As you take a look around the statue, you realize it was constructed out of the stone that is natural to the cavern. It was essentially carved out of the very bedrock and is part of the floor.
Oh, so it's less like a statue they put in there, but they carved rock.
Yep.
And it's still connected.
Yep.
That's cool.
His wings envelop essentially the front side of the cathedral, so they're on both sides of the altar, and they
So
kind
they're
of
real big.
come. Oh yeah. Well, the statue itself, you would probably estimate is probably about 50 feet from its head to tail.
So I'm not gonna go get the emeralds because I don't like height.
He's like, I could get no. There's not a ladder big enough. Rizio couldn't pick me up.
Hove, looks around, calls out, "Hello, is anyone here?"
Hello?
I'd like to go back now.
Hello?
Roll perception.
That's a bad roll. 9.
You realize that you're no longer alone in the room that you're standing in.
I have my hammer out.
As you immediately go to defending yourself, you realize that the ghostly aberrations of previous visitors to the cathedral room that you're currently in are sitting in the benches staring at you.
I go from a defensive stance to more of just a...
You find a series of dwarves, Basar, some Israel humans, not too many, and what appear to be a contingent of Nalgric soldiers. They appear to be standing in full plate. They flank both sides of the room. You don't recognize the order or the symbol on their shields. It looks to be some interpretation of Nalgrix's holy symbol, but not quite. It looks like if you took Nalgrix's holy symbol and zoomed out, so it's his whole body.
That's cool.
And then after staring at it for a few minutes, you realize that it matches the statue behind you.
Oh, okay. Hello.
They don't appear to notice you as you walk around.
I'm gonna kind of walk forward and walk up to the closest one.
Okay.
Hello.
No answer. What's the rest of the party doing? Raziel,
Waiting?
Oh, we have.
he goes missing for about an hour.
I'll wait. I know how magic works. I was asleep.
Oh, yeah.
I was asleep for 3 weeks.
The girls are drawing a mural in the dirt and it says, "Good luck, Hove, on your spiritual journey."
Because we would eventually wander down to Raziel and then figure out that.
Yeah, actually, can we go downstairs?
Sure.
Yeah.
You find Raziel sitting on a dais,
I'm just like, he just
drawing on the floor with the tip of his sword. He's like,
What happened to Hove?
He disappeared.
What? To
What
where?
do you mean?
What do you mean?
Why didn't you tell us?
Hove's making a performance check to
He was-
entertain them.
To be precise, he said, "Do you see these?" And I said, "No." And then he reached out over there, and then he disappeared.
Like over where?
Wherever the gold was. I don't
Do we notice anything where he points?
Huh, Brad?
Oh, Brad?
Do we?
Brad, where'd
I
you
thought he
go?
was still in the room.
Nope.
Brad, where'd you go?
Does it feel evil in this room?
Detect
I
evil.
hope not. Super evil.
I feel like it would feel lawful neutral. In
We're gonna need you to open
Do
a
I
hole.
feel at home here?
No,
I hope not.
Oh, okay.
you
You're
won't
good.
feel at home. It's lawful
Open a
neutral.
hole into the gloom
Just peek in.
so we can peek in.
That's a good idea.
Just like an eye.
I wouldn't want
This
you to
thing.
do that. I'm not magical, but that actually
Just like-
enforces my not want you to do that.
I'm
Catch
glad
the
I'm not
pinhole?
fighting the
Yeah.
dragon today.
Like one of the door where you just it's magnified. and
I
you put
know.
your eye in.
I tell you it's a really bad idea.
I want to cut a peephole.
I would know that it's a bad idea.
Do
Raziel doesn't like
we
the
do we
idea.
notice anything in the general region where
Like
he
when
points
he
for Hove
points.
Does it feel evil in here?
We have a bunch of questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
it feels lawful neutral.
It feels very.
Eh.
It smells of green tea.
I don't know if I know enough about.
Can I planar it?
Can you assume
Sure.
he went on a magical journey to find himself?
I'm-
Magical
assuming he
journey, flying through the sky.
Flying through the plains.
Picture Hove is with
I thought you
untouched
wanted
treasure.
them
23.
now.
What?
I thought you wanted them now.
I was going to. While you were gone, I got thirsty, and then I made tea, and I left it out there.
23.
23. What are you? 23?
Planes.
Planes?
Well, we have a thing of people disappearing to other planes, so
'Kay.
is there anything planar that
Residue.
is abnormal?
Residue.
Some planar residue.
Well, you know that this room has a gloom equivalent, but you can't feel or notice the gloom at all.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll get
Can we open up like a pinhole?
Please
Thank you
don't.
for being so patient.
I was scared.
Please don't. I heard very heavy breathing last time I was here on the gloom.
Just like this big.
Yeah, but
What do
then
you
whatever's
mean?
on the other side is just gonna be like.
I'm assuming we notice.
Oh hey!
Hi!
Do we notice the giant? I'm assuming we see the giant
The
statue
dragon
of the dragon.
statue.
I hope so. You're standing around it.
Do we notice that it appears to be
It's just the one on this side was just a dragon statue.
not
Yeah.
statuey?
It's a statue.
It's just a
What
statue
do you
on the
mean
side.
that it's
Can I
not statue?
arcana it?
Sure.
It was weird on the gloom.
Stop answering. You're not the DM. Shut your mouth.
Well, she wasn't there either. I'm like
Hi.
clarifying.
So 25. 25 lets Violet know that dragons have been coming to life out of the dragon statues for the last couple of years. Knowing this, Violet can put together that this one probably will, and probably soon.
Like,
Though you're not really certain why.
house.
She has no idea.
How big is it?
Large size.
As big as.
Those are pretty good. Pretty good
It's a
size.
youngish.
You would say that it was an adult,
It's like 10 feet.
but you're not quite certain what type of dragon it is because it's
It's like a
stone.
200-year-old Amorai.
Max, we're fighting in a rainbow, not a cinnamon bun.
I
gets
cinnamon,
this out.
cinnamon buns? Cinnamon. We need cinnamon rolls, guys. They keeps coming up.
It's a sign.
It's a
Fine. So we
Monica
just eat
will-
some.
You know, in
Heaven.
case.
I tell them that it may come.
Magical journey.
It's a magical dragon. It may come to life soon.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to play footsie with you.
Yeah, you do. Don't lie.
Doesn't Brazil know a little bit about dragons? Like,
General Undercommon.
culturally?
I mean, this is the equivalent of
Finding Jesus.
not necessarily. The problem with your overall culture is that you believe that, for the most part, either one, they're your granddaddies,
Mhm.
or two, you have the problem of it's part of your culture.
That's
There's-
what I mean. Like, don't I know?
You have the problem of it's part of your culture, so you would know things, but they're not necessarily true.
Yeah.
You have no way of discerning which way it goes.
That's not what I mean. I just mean.
Do you know that they're coming back to life? Yeah, everyone does.
No, that's
pretty
not what
obvious.
I meant. Like, size-wise, I've seen a lot of dragon statues and depictions of dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have no idea what
it's
size correlates with age.
Yeah. That's what I was asking.
Anything else the party wants to do?
I mean, I guess we're just waiting.
I'm waiting for a magical journey to end.
I mean, nothing seems weird. I don't know where he would have went.
I take a cat nap.
Okay.
I feel like we should be more alarmed that Hove disappeared, but we can't do anything about it.
He falls asleep all the time. It's weird shit happens.
That's him.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
like,
okay.
this one falls asleep. But I don't know. We do weird things. So.
Yeah, I would probably. Anna would be alarmed, but
They're eating
wouldn't want to
some
show
of
it. Like, I would suggest a lot of
The
stuff.
best place for
but
Hope to
then-
disappear would be in this room. So I'm like, I guess that out of a bad situation, this
true.
is literally the best place it could happen.
I would like to continue perceiving the room, just like look around
Yeah.
where he disappeared, see if I find
I'm
anything
catnapping.
different.
Okay.
Same.
I assume it's going to yield nothing, but
I'm lazy.
that's what Violet would be doing.
I would be on watch.
I'm a night owl, so I'm trying to sleep right now.
What's happening?
One day we will fight in a pizza-shaped arena for JP.
No, it's gotta be a circular room with columns randomly placed around the room.
Pepperoni.
Oh my god.
And lava.
And lava.
What happens
And
to our
lava.
Hove?
Like a web of lava.
And giant anchovies. to
I'm
fight.
sharpening the other greatsword I have.
With your current one.
Well, it's my old greatsword. Yeah, I'm sharpening my old greatsword with my new one.
That's not how swords work.
It is how magic ones work.
It's one of the magical properties of my sword. Also works as a
Sharpen
whetstone.
other swords.
Whetstones.
Yeah, boss should be like nearly 2017.
Maybe at 6.
Yeah.
Because he's 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. Hi.
Back to me.
Yep. The ghostly apparitions around you seem to ignore you for the most part.
I reach out and try and touch one.
Solid. Doesn't seem to notice that you're touching it at the moment.
I shake its shins.
Touch me.
It becomes solid.
What?
You can't see through it anymore. It's there, physically with you.
Hello?
Doesn't respond.
I go around kicking all of their shins.
This worked once. Good. Good. You eventually get you hear off into the distance. Would you mind?
Hello?
Standing behind the altar, you recognize from the pictures on his desk and his dead face, the old high priest of Nogrix, who you buried earlier this year. He's a ghostly apparition as well.
No, I don't
kick his shins.
I kick his shins. Fucking dick. Roll initiative, Hove.
No, don't kick his shit.
It's game over.
Hello?
Thanks for following.
Team 100
Pathfinders.
Pathfinders.
That is
Okay.
such a great name.
That's pretty cool.
That could be very few or a lot of Pathfinders.
This is what I want to be.
Could be. Somebody roll. I'm gonna roll percentage
I
die.
think so.
See what
I got
That looks cool though.
74
What?
Pathfinders.
I rolled 74. What the fuck?
Weird things are happening.
I'm never rolling a D100 again.
Ready,
Well,
Jim?
we
Do it. Ready?
confirmed the exact number of Pathfinders is 74 without
What's
a
the
doubt.
Go.
probability of that happening?
I don't know.
32.
13.
I believe it's 1 in 10,000?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
And they are independent, so it's always 1 in 10,000.
Wow.
That was weird.
Yes, totally
Weird.
scripted.
That was fucking
That
strange.
was so weird.
We've
So we do
actually
that
been
again.
planning this
Totally
for like 3
scripted.
weeks. That
Yeah.
moment.
While Hove was gone in New York, we were
We have
doing all
nothing
this.
better to do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mighty
so
Sense.
there's a high priest sitting at the dais.
What's up?
Hi. It's fancy seeing you here. I thought you would have lived longer.
I'm not. I look down at my ghostly
No.
apparition. I'm not dead.
Then how did you get here?
I was in the room with the dragon statue and I touched. I could see the gold and it was all ethereal and I touched it. And I came here.
Alright. That's a little strange.
Dig it.
Did you remove any of the gold from the cache?
Gold? No.
Okay.
Took a rope.
But you took something.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're stuck here. Just thought I'd let you know.
For how long?
A D1000 plus 1,000 years.
74.
74.
I'm not entirely certain how to
The drink spell.
explain this to you, but how does forever sound?
What is this place?
This is the closest you can get to dying. It's kind of like the in between. So,
You're in the in-between. Jesus. Not like this.
It's not like
it's
the
hard to
upside down.
explain.
It's not like the
So
upside
this
down.
particular Nogrix worship location has do you know what the
This guy's bad at speaking in sentences.
You know what the in-between
it's hard to
is?
explain to somebody who isn't
Dead.
indoctrinated. Do you know what Curzon's beckoning is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then this is a lot easier to explain.
Why
So
is it
we're
done?
all. You weren't part of my congregation.
No.
This This clutch, referring to everyone, he gestures to everyone in the room. We all serve a purpose. Normally, upon death, we would be greeted by Nogris himself and taken to the Holy Realm. However, we've all taken a vow, you could say, that binds us forever to this spot.
What have you vowed?
We're here to essentially be resurrected for any Curzon's beckoning in the future. For the totality of the event. Afterwards, that's it.
Then you move on?
I assume. We haven't had a Curzon's beckoning yet. Also, I'm dead, so I have no idea.
Okay.
You're the first person here who is, well, second. First person here who isn't dead.
Yeah, I'm still a little confused at how I got here.
Sorry, that resonates with me. And him too.
Sorry.
Do you want a coloring book, Desmond?
You, have you spoken to him yet? He could have done this. But he's the only one, really, I think.
I don't.
But you did steal his rope.
Oh, him.
Didn't that guy die?
Hmm?
I have not spoken with him.
And that's where I would start. Like us, he's linked here too, but he's been sleeping for a really long time. He listens. If he takes our vows, he keeps us here. But outside of that, that's the extent of his usefulness.
Okay. Oh, I hold up like his hammer and I just share the armor. You don't mind if I?
I'm dead. He holds up identical ghostly copies. I have my own.
My man.
That's actually unusual. Only the congregation leader can wield that.
Oh.
And we're all dead. Well, most of us are.
Some of you not.
Not everyone's here. I assume not.
Who's missing? If you say Steve.
I know what happened
Steve.
to him.
Sorry, not sorry, Desmond, but you joined at an odd time.
I'm fine. You met me at an odd point in my life.
We're missing most, well, not most, about a quarter of the Scaled Brigade. Well, we call them the Emerald Brigade. They usually wear emerald. Those are the dead ones. He points to the masked and armored Vassar that lined the walls.
Do you know where they might be?
I assume they're still in Dragonheart somewhere. Probably staying low after we were murdered.
I'm working on rectifying that.
That's probably why you're wielding that.
Well, you've been helpful. I'm gonna go talk to him. Gesture back towards the dragon.
His name is Zathanel. It's probably better to introduce yourself if you know his name.
Spell that.
Yes, Xathanael.
He's one of those X names.
And what?
Ael.
Yeah, AEL.
Zathanel.
Best team.
We'll tell you this. Everything. Seriously. Spencer, we don't know when you left, so there's no way to know how much you've missed.
That's cool, right? You meant this.
I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Zathanel.
This is cool.
Okay, you're right back in the circular room.
Can I draw on it?
Yep.
Hello. Zathanel. I've been told that you might be the reason why I'm here.
A voice pops into your head. Yeah, that's probably the case. You have my rope.
I don't happen to have it with me at the moment.
It wouldn't matter if you did. This isn't a place you can come.
Oh.
Well, not the way that you would think of bases.
I can get it back to you.
I don't want it back.
Oh.
I want your undying servitude instead.
You're gonna have to make a pact.
The dragon statue in front of you opens one eye that's looking at you. Its eye appears to be an orb of pure darkness. It's the only piece of it that is colored.
And its color is not. Because it's dark. You get right to the point.
Direct is always the best method when it comes to eternal servitude.
I'm gonna need some more details.
Sure. Well, as you probably already noticed, the high priest of the last congregation has been killed.
Yeah.
The warriors have been scattered. And darkness reigns in the city.
Yeah.
Those are all things you can work on.
I've been trying.
Yeah, but not necessarily in the right direction. There's a bigger problem that you will run into shortly that I can't necessarily help you with directly. Well, I might be able to, but that really just comes down to you. The rest of the dragon stands up and stretches like a cat as it wakes up. He is roughly about 30 feet long from head to tail. His wingspan is very wide. He is, however, his colors don't necessarily match up with what you would believe a dragon of Nogrix would line up with.
He ain't green. He ain't green. He's actually a dragon of Soprano. Fuck.
JP, I'm going to ping you something in Discord if you wouldn't mind tossing it onto the Ren. That'd be great. For those of you around, he appears to be a lithe creature of purple scaled with translucent wings
What?
He's beautiful.
and
He's a leaf creature.
He's cool.
probably shouldn't use it, but
Violet will love him.
No, he's dead!
He's dead, Jim.
He's beautiful.
Like kind of rude.
It's terrifying. Beautiful.
never mind. You don't have knowledge or common. Okay.
Never will.
Anyway, he gets up and stretches and then
He's coming.
essentially sits in front of you while staring down at you.
So what else does this entail? So far, it sounds like you want me to keep doing what I'm doing, and you're going to help me a little bit.
Your primary goals at the beginning would be to reestablish the congregation, gain as many followers as you can, and essentially save the people of Dragonheart. They're going to need it. As a follow-up to that, ridding the town of darkness is already on your list of priorities. I would like you to continue that work. In the third, you will need to remain in the general vicinity of Dragonheart for the remainder of your life. Awaiting the next Curzon's beckoning, and then afterwards, either staying alive for the next one, which would be preferable, or training your replacement. Of course, bringing them to me in the meantime so we can verify their life. However, in exchange for what I'm about to give you, I'm going to have to take something from you.
Okay.
Rachel.
It's okay, she's darkness.
Get the fuck out of here, metagaming piece of shit. Let's just I didn't hear her.
No one heard me.
What? No.
I heard her.
She said she was darkness.
I attacked her.
It attacks back.
All right. You'll help me get rid of the darkness, as you say in Dragonheart.
Yeah, they've been bothering me for a while. They keep visiting.
No
Do
way.
As you utter the last words of that sentence, darkness pours out of his mouth and generally envelops the entire room.
Oh God!
You lose most of your sight and appear back with the party.
I'm napping. Is this a veil? Is the darkness? Thanks, Spencer.
Veil is the darkness.
I'm pouring out of a dragon's mouth.
We don't believe in a thing called love.
What? I was just napping.
Your class has officially changed. Your curse is
Clouded vision.
What does that do? I want to know.
he loses most of his sight.
But you got that tremor sense, though.
I have tremor sense out to 5 feet because of my boots. I also have dark vision out to 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
So up to 60 feet, I can see things in black and white.
Other than that, he's blind to anything beyond.
That will change as I level up.
Yeah.
Eventually, I just
cool.
become blind fighty, blind sense.
So
Wow, that's
Hove
actually
appears
really
back
cool.
at the party, roughly in the same place you left him. So he appears sitting down next to you on the thing.
So
You all notice an immediate change in Hove in the fact that his eyes appear to be shadowed over.
Also, way more beautiful.
Yeah, his charisma goes up a lot.
Oh. I mean, what?
Oh my god, Chad is freaking out. Slightly, a little. By Chad, I mean
Spencer's
Spencer.
excited.
Spencer.
Chat, I am an oracle. I am still a dwarf. My curse is clouded vision. My mystery is battle.
Yeah! We didn't even know all that, so.
Your mystery's what?
Battle.
That sounds
Cool.
cool.
So he's still a
It
strong
lets me
ass.
go into battle.
That's
So I
cool.
do basically what I've been doing. Just a little different, a little better.
With way stronger spells.
That's so cool. That is really cool. I really like
Yes.
this.
What's going on with your eyes, bro?
As you look around the room, you immediately notice that you can see the 3 doors in this room, but nobody else can.
I'm like,
That's so cool.
I've been doing the planes before. Look at my sword. Got anything to tell me?
Yeah. I point to the dragon.
Okay, so Joe's
Back him.
class has changed to Oracle. I hope nobody minds. If you do, shut the fuck up.
I don't think I can tell.
You won't.
No.
I'll be doing exactly what
Yeah.
I've been doing.
I whispered you. You should have gotten it.
Do you have Discord? Because that would help. Okay.
I'm faster than you. Fuck out of here. Okay. The party is back together.
I can see the doors.
They seem to be behind a veiled illusion. You're an illusion?
Stop, Vale. Stop.
Oh, sorry. I am darkness.
You can see Veil clearly and in color. No, like legit.
Like
What? I don't know
Just
anything's happening.
her?
No,
I'm napping.
just her. Dark vision only is black and white for all purposes,
Except me.
except for you.
Why?
Why am I colors? I don't know I'm colors. You're the only one that knows I'm colors.
I'm looking at you and I'm giving you like really confused faces.
I like wipe off my mouth. I'm like, is there something stuck in my teeth?
You're covered in chaos ooze.
My eyes are probably not normal.
Are they glassy?
They prefer
Yeah.
No, they are
Comes
they are
from
they are clouded over with.
Oh, what happened?
They appear to be a
What
mass
happened
of
to your-
swirling shadows.
What happened to your eyes? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
What happened?
I may have
Um,
gotten some help from. I
From
point at the dragon statue.
oh,
Where were you?
Here, but not.
Okay.
He pulled me into. I think it's probably a
I like-
pocket dimension.
Can you?
can you see? Yeah.
But do you follow my finger?
I assume I would be able to follow her.
yeah, but she can't notice
Right.
because it's just
Oh,
a
it's just
she's
white.
like orb. It just
I do it anyway.
it's like he's got swirling shadows like you do, only they're just.
In his eyeballs.
I feel like Vale eventually would be like, and then
All right,
Hove would
stop.
be like, stop.
Would I be able to magic his eyeballs?
Max just said,
Please don't.
I've just talked to the purple dragon, if you know what I mean.
Gross.
Did you take any more drugs again?
Me.
No.
Desmond's a weird.
I need to roll a Am I Concerned check. Not 20.
You are about as concerned as his mother.
Hove!
Oh, Hove! This always happens to you. I told you not to go into that dark place.
Little do you know he has a very concerned mother.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Hove. Good
just
job.
back in Mithrain, so.
Have you learned to sing yet, Hove?
That's not nice.
He's triggered now.
Sing me a song.
Singing the song of our
You know,
people.
I actually might be able to.
Yeah, with that charisma.
Maybe. That would be funny if you could.
Do you want to go back to the apartment? Maybe you should rest.
Uh, sure.
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 I feel fine. I might need some help seeing things.
You can't be his eyes anymore, so it has to be your eyes.
Be my eyes.
My brand of Brazil.
Just follow the stink.
Stinky dragon man.
Gross. Not really.
Dinosaur dragon, tomato, tomato. Hove took a curse for an Nogrix dragon. Yes.
Oh, a dragon.
As he describes this dragon to you, which I assume he does, can you roll Arcana for me?
Uh-huh. 24.
It's a shadow dragon.
Oh.
Well, it's a gloom dragon.
Oh my god, can I go visit it?
Mine.
Technically, yeah.
My dragon.
Please don't.
In specific, they generally exist between. They can freely shadow walk between dimensions, and primarily have what are known as dual layers. So it has a layer on the material plane and a layer on the gloom. Normally, it keeps its treasure on the gloom, and it's young on the material.
that I
Can I turn into a puddle?
You made a deal with the glue.
Technically,
Which
yes,
is, like,
you can
sort
turn
of the
into it.
opposite of what you
I
would
do it.
expect.
You lose one wisdom.
No! That doesn't work on me.
Yeah, it does.
No,
What?
Only if you turn into it.
Then I don't turn into it.
Okay.
Turn me into the block.
She's like, I want to try something, guys.
Ah!
Are you sure you guys don't need like a pop-up folding table over there?
Oh, we good.
Are you sure?
We got him.
Got it.
There's
I mean,
one
I just
in our
watched.
bedroom.
I just watched you two take a nosedive for a phone.
No, it's okay.
Both of you.
It's in an order box.
Like-
It's okay.
You both were like,
No.
Spencer, I wouldn't say it's a curse. It was a.
it was definitely a curse.
No, I can't see shit.
You can see in the dark. We'll just turn the lights off all the time.
Yeah, but if a man that is 65 feet away fires an arrow at him, he is considered blind for all intents and purposes.
I'd like
As
to
in,
point-
he can't dodge the attack.
I don't rely on dicks.
We're going back to the apartment, right? We're
Uh-huh.
leaving? Are we leaving?
I want to leave.
Yeah. Go back to the
I lead
we
you
found
out,
the ring.
but I give a shit for making a deal with an enemy
The dragon
the whole time.
completely
We argue the whole way home.
I put my headphones
charge
in,
of
but I
a
don't have
religious
them.
order.
Show us on the doll where the dragon touched you.
create
Fucking man.
I'm sure
I
there's something
point at
magical.
my eyes.
My eyes.
I think I'm pointing at eyes. I just point at the doll.
I just pointed at the
I
top.
almost took the spell where you put your hand
Blind.
in the bubble. That would have been helpful.
You put what?
We were talking about headphones.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Vale needs headphones.
For this argument.
Yeah, the whole way home.
Yeah.
You guys are just like bickering the whole way home, and I'm like, oh my god. Why?
She's on the muni lot. She's on the trolley listening to two people argue the whole way. And the bus stops because a man fell down in front. She's stuck there listening to them argue. Then they start yelling at the trolley man.
I love Rico.
Then they get out and beat up the old guy who just fell down. Because that shit happens on the internet. Anyway, I've watched that video. It's from Russia. It's fine. Anyway, go ahead, guys. Do whatever you want.
I'm blind.
I got you.
You're right back at the apartment.
My eyes aren't shadowy.
Tomorrow is the Lantern Eye.
I can't erase it.
Are Rowan and Ulrich there?
Yeah.
What's Rowan look like?
Normal.
Is he cute? Yeah, I know he's cute.
Oh.
Is he black and white?
Why has he got to be black or white?
Because I'm colors.
I know. No, he's fine. He's normal.
Normal as in like her.
Mhm.
Okay. Ulrich is black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Is Luna there?
What is
No.
oh my
As far as
gosh,
you can
why
tell,
can't-
we all see Luna.
his horse. Why can't I think of his name?
Rosnod.
Rosnod. What does he look like?
He's black and white.
With red flames.
Glowing.
Glowing.
Yeah.
As you turn away from him, you see like the image of like a...
What did they do today? Did they go shopping for our party?
He's like,
They have a turkey and a ham.
Do we have
Is that
fireworks?
traditional?
Yes.
Do we
We're
have
gonna blow
fireworks?
things up on the roof.
Yeah, we have
Word.
fireworks.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see them.
in the dark, you'll be able to see them.
If
Only
they're
if they
60 feet
explode
away.
me.
It really says, I'll explain them in vivid detail.
We'll make it work.
I don't know about your limitations. I'm gonna have to adjust to this.
Did Pone send you a PM?
Yeah, I got
okay, you got it. Cool. Now you're assaulted by an army of Robin Hoods. Damn it. Anyway, what party you want to do?
What time of day is it?
Mid-afternoon, I'd say.
It's not gonna take very long.
It's gonna get dark soon.
How soon?
Soon, about an hour or two. Why?
Okay, I wanna go back to the Toomey thing.
You arrive at the tomb.
Somebody with me?
There better
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Why are we going
Pick
back?
someone.
Who wants to go to the tomb?
I mean, why? I just mean, why are we going back?
She wants to talk to the old guy.
Oh, that tomb.
I need to talk to Seer. Do you wanna go with me since you know
The tomb
Seer?
of the seer.
Well, I mean, currently I'm attached to a Hove.
He
I
is
think
died.
Anna can take care of Hove.
Oh,
You should-
mhm.
you
Oh, she
should-
can take care of him, all
Roll a
right.
diplomacy check to give Raziel the look that says they need alone time.
I don't even got diplomacy.
Well, you're gonna roll it anyway. Here you go.
Oh, you sure die.
Oh my God,
Charisma.
you're not the one looking at. Give me the look.
18.
What do you add?
Me?
I used
To
your
diplomacy, 15. So 33.
So she says it, but her eyes tell me what's going on. Yeah, sure, that sounds like a good idea.
She's standing in the back with a fucking donut and a hot dog, like,
That's how I help. You give him the look, and I'm just like,
Like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
she's I was gonna be like, Rome went out and got pastries for everyone, and Rachel's in the back holding up a donut and a fucking like cream filled like.
Oh my God,
Gross.
please.
You should live.
They're
What's she
chil-
doing? I can tell.
They're children
Oh,
watching.
nothing. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
We have a mature filter. If they click through it, it's their fault.
Oh.
yeah, we actually did put on a mature filter.
We had to, because you're here.
We
We
swear a lot.
could make one
Makes
stream
sense.
without someone saying that.
Also, you don't seem to be
No.
dying as much right now.
I had to take some caffeine and some pills, and
Desmond's going
I got
full
some
throttle at
fresh
the moment.
air, and I'm
That's a
still
bad-
dying on the
Bad
inside. If
Mountain
that
Dew
counts.
joke.
I mean, that's
That
just-
has nothing to do
That's
with the
because you
oddities.
work at Amtrust. That has nothing to do with.
But that's fair.
Spencer life has love triangles.
Stop the love triangle.
It's not a triangle.
It's more of a
It's a line.
Yeah, now it's a line.
It's a love fork.
It's the oh god.
Oh yeah.
Now I want donuts. We can go to Dunkin' Donuts later.
That's
That's
really
where
an
coffee-
idea.
All right.
Anyway.
Sweet, we're scaring people.
So you two, so you're probably like
All right, so you go to
Aw, Tomb of Seer.
the Tomb of the Seer with Rezeal and Violet or Vale.
Yeah.
Okay,
wait, no, I'm not there.
you're not going with her.
No.
I take
Okay.
Brazil and Ulrich.
All
Now we're in a
jumps
weird...
at the chance.
We're leaving the couples alone.
I give Ulrich
He gets you a new coat.
me and my
And
boy
the hat?
I don't need,
might
I don't
be-
need it.
preparing.
It's too late.
dinner.
He already bought it.
Is it like
We're just doing horrible things
or
with
is it
donuts.
fancy?
Borderline both. It is both form and function.
Everybody wants Hope because Hope's so fly.
Why does everyone want Hove? Why don't you want Hove?
It's actually just these two. It really is a love triangle. Like,
But it's like a
Because they're next to
bromance.
each
We're
other.
and a
making an
romance.
acute triangle.
Yeah, but
is
see,
pretty
bromance will win because it has an extra letter.
is that how words work?
No.
Longer ones win.
I've learned how to battle with words.
It's a romance polygon. Anyway. Okay. You arrive at the Tomb of the Seer.
Do all the things to make it open.
Okay, it opens.
Is he there?
Yep. Hey!
Hi, I need to talk to you. Thank you for those books. They were very helpful. We
You're
should
welcome.
talk about them.
Sure. Where do you want to talk?
Somewhere
Let's go to my house.
private. Cool.
He walks through the wall.
We walked to his house.
2 hours later, you arrive at his
Rather
house.
than come, I hate this guy.
About an hour later, you arrive at his house. About a half hour. It's a mile and a half.
How fast does Ulrich move? What's his move speed?
Fast? It's 30.
Oh, it's only 30?
Yeah.
You guys are fucking slow.
I invite Desmond to my New Year's party.
My base speed is...
President is please don't make this a dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron?
Whatever.
My base speed's 40 as well.
Desmond make it a hypercube. You arrive at his house. It's a rickety old rundown place that you were in last time. Slightly magically preserved, which you realize now.
That's really cool. So,
He sits down cross-legged on his table.
I sit across from him.
Cross-legged on his table.
Oh, he's on his table?
Yeah.
I sit across from him.
Okay.
Nice.
So, the last book you gave me,
Mm-hmm.
I opened it.
Good. I usually hope people read the books I give them.
What's the crystal?
Oh, I forgot I put that there. Oops.
I'm sure you did.
It's a small gift from me to people that I think are useful in life.
Who else have you given it to?
Just me.
That I think are useful.
So you
in life.
accidentally gave it to me then?
Not necessarily accidentally. I mean, it was my greatest creation.
Oh, you created it.
Yeah, I had to. I lost the original.
Where did you lose the original?
Good question.
You don't remember.
It's been way too long. Found it early in my career. I went fishing in the lake.
As one usually finds objects. Raw natural power.
And then I fell off my boat. And I went swimming in the lake. And at the bottom of the lake, there was a shiny crystal.
And then I beat my cousin over the head for it because it was me.
How did you recreate it?
It's my precious.
What do you mean?
You said you created this one.
Yeah.
How did you create it?
Well, I took some Zodiac.
You really like Zodiac.
Yeah, I had a lot of it.
Fair.
I mean, nobody else was using it. Nobody else even knew what it did.
So you took
Savezia
Zodiac.
wasn't around.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you combine it with something?
No, I kind of just thought at it. I spent some time with the original shard, and it taught me a lot. That's not a bear.
I can't draw a bear.
Yeah, can I just circle, 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 circle?
No, I can't draw
Just
a
draw,
Circle, circle,
draw
circle.
8 circles and be like, Brad, this isn't a bear.
I can't draw a bear.
Vegan, I believe.
Look, I'm gonna draw it. Brad.
That's a bear right there.
But then I lose it in the bottom half.
It's not a bear.
Nope.
Is that a
Bear.
bear?
I mean, it's pretty bare.
That's a bear.
Just 8 circles.
Circle,
Put a moon
circle.
over its head.
Circle, circle, circle.
How do you make a move?
Like a sea.
And then a different
Imagine your
sea.
Sailor Moon.
Anyway, so I spent some time with the original shard, and then it taught me a lot of things, like what Zodiac is and how do I use it and stuff like that. But I couldn't learn everything because somebody took it.
Oh, so someone took it.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Who took it?
I don't know, some guy with really powerful magic.
Go figure.
Did you just meet him once?
I've never met him again, so yes.
Do you know what he looks like? I know it's been a long time. I'm sorry. This could be important.
He gives you the description of an average human from a field.
Okay.
Tall, dark,
Did
handsome.
he say anything about it?
No, he cast a spell on me and it made me sit still, and then he came over and took my stuff and left. It's very rude.
That is rude. I agree.
So I made her.
Did you make others?
No,
Did she ever tell you about the others?
it doesn't work like that.
I asked her a bunch of questions, but not very many of them were answered.
That's because that's all I knew when I made her.
Oh, so this is all of your knowledge.
No, it's all the knowledge that I originally gleaned from the shard, first one. It's like a faux copy.
That's really good of you to make that.
So this is like a Mad Catz controller, and it's not like the official ones.
Yes.
It still works and it lights up, but you
feels
know
kinda
that
weird.
if you
Not
drop
quite the
it,
right shape.
It's got like an extra grip.
Yes,
on it
that's
you
a
don't
bear!
really need.
that's a perfect bear.
Desmond,
Whose
come here.
family is that?
How did I get here?
Is that us? Wait.
There's not enough people
There's
for
not
it to
enough.
be us.
Oh, I couldn't see.
You have to make us.
Is that organic
I'm not in
Starburst?
this game.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Not yet.
Black Forest.
Anyway,
Has to buy.
Would you be so kind as to let me try?
You can have as many as you want. Don't do it. It's a trap. They're poison.
It's a triple.
There's no.
Her name is
preservatives. It
Ahaya.
can't be good.
Hey,
Hiaah.
that's pretty. Why would you name her that?
That's my wife's name.
Oh,
She did too.
I'm assuming she said.
Why don't you ask?
What happened to your wife?
Curtains beckoning.
That's fine.
I'm so sorry.
You just hear Veil.
That's
in your
why I
head.
protected the city the second time.
That was very nice. This guy's nice. He was kind of a dick before, but he's nice.
He probably likes you.
I don't know why.
All the boys like you.
Hove finds him irritating, which is why Hove didn't come.
Who also would get lost in the dark.
I'm preparing
Not
dinner.
true.
What?
Dark's the one place I'm comfortable.
That's
Come
impossible,
back,
Rachel.
man.
You don't know how to cook.
Belle does.
Veil may or may not.
Because I have tremors in it. One was
Preparing
specific.
dinner was in quotation.
Pwn, they are, I don't know what they're called, but
So everyone does
They're
it,
called
even
boogie boards?
boogie
They're
boards?
called boogie boards.
Everyone has one but me and Joe.
I don't have one.
Oh, you're using it.
This is Ashley's. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Hey, here.
I feel so bad. Okay.
But yeah, they're like modern day etch-a-sketches.
Let's see if
You
I can
draw
find
over
them.
We can
and
look in the
then
chat
they
for you.
disappear.
They come in 3 sizes.
Yep.
The biggest one's 10 inches.
Grande,
for now.
Grande, venti,
And
Trenta.
large.
and short.
They are actually originally made
There's
in
big,
Ohio.
there's large, and there's sizable.
Really?
It's actually not that confusing. So, I have a boyfriend who's an NPC. She's got a little boo thing. Another Amorai. These things,
These things.
Hove
Were
and
they-
Anna are kind of a thing, but not really. They're really socially awkward. But Hove is also in love with Raziel, and that goes both ways.
That's a bromance.
But Raziel is also in love with his sword and Raznad. So,
He's not in love with a Raznad.
Raznad-
He serves a Raznad.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really the Hove Raziel that throws things off.
In any case, he explains that he put the essence, as much as he could remember, of the original shard he had into that. So all the questions that you can ask it are the same questions he asked it.
But did you ask it to help defeat Curzin's beckoning?
Yep.
What did you ask it?
What do you mean, what did I ask it?
What's something I could ask it? I could ask him.
Yo, I don't know why. What do you mean?
So this is essentially like having you in my pocket.
No. My knowledge isn't it, only hers. But at the same time, all of my knowledge is in there.
Your knowledge is in there, but not your experiences.
Yes!
Okay.
It taught me everything it knew.
And it can teach me everything it knows.
Yep.
So
Well, for the time that I had it.
so can I just tell it to tell me what it knows?
No, don't do that.
Oh yeah, I did that once. That was bad.
You'll fall unconscious.
Yeah, that happened.
They always do.
So if I ask it something specific, it'll just give me that information.
Correct.
Okay, that was helpful.
I know what I would ask.
But you're not there.
How do you make a souffle?
What do the donuts mean?
See, you're asking. You get a list of questions and just ask them.
Okay. You have a scary bear.
We had a scary bear.
Why do you have to make your bear?
Dude,
Gerber.
she just made that fucking that Yeti that attacks you in that stupid
Oh my
game.
god, please.
It's adorable. I love it.
The fucking Yeti.
Don't forget the buddy
Okay.
system. Yeah, that's true. The buddy system is part of the reason why we're in this weird, awkward love triangle situation.
Well,
But I
the
don't want to miss
the
that.
Hove and Rezeal buddy system was happening long before you guys had a buddy system.
Are those good?
I had a buddy system, and I thought my buddy was dead, but my buddy wasn't dead.
Oh,
You
yeah.
were not doing the buddy system right.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay, bye.
It's before the cultists
I'll
came
probably
into
be
my
back.
life, Joe.
I'll be here.
Okay, thank you.
At least until the next Christmas packing.
What does that mean?
Oh, I'm not permanent.
What?
Yeah, I'm only here until the curse inspecting stops.
Until it stops permanently? Or until
I
the
didn't
next one
specify.
stops? But there have been curse inspecting since you died,
A few. Dozen.
and you didn't, and you didn't disappear then.
No.
Where is this?
So why do you think you'll disappear this time?
Because you're smart.
I like this guy. So
Orange
you
does.
said the spell that you'll disappear after it ends.
I'm no longer useful.
You're pretty useful.
Or unless you resurrect me. That would work too.
We can do that. Maybe one day.
We
Okay.
have the Hove.
I'll wait.
We have the tool, we just have to wait for it to sharpen.
Okay,
We
I'll be
gotta
back.
be back,
Thank
though.
you.
Oh. It's called sharp.
Go back to the apartment.
Be right back to the apartment.
Who's there?
Close everything up. Oh, it's us.
It's just
Oh.
yeah,
You can see the door. He just does it now on purpose. He's beating you with sticks. Who's this?
Who dis?
You can't see anything.
You
He's
fuck,
just
who dis?
smacking Rezeal over the head with a
You
hammer.
Hove, who dis?
No, who dis? You need to get the rest of those rings.
I'm gonna go talk to my thing and see if I learn.
and maybe your eyesight.
Okay.
But I'm also gonna go preheat the oven.
What do we need
I
to do
ask,
to make this
I want to ask the party,
Guide me.
we have 2 rings now.
Don't worry. It's gonna happen.
We have 2 rings now. When do we actually try to use them?
I don't know why you're asking me.
I'm
about
not
a
asking.
party
I
member.
specifically said I'm asking the party.
Do we want?
I mean, you're the scepter
Why?
bearer, so who wants to be linked
I was
to
actually
Anna?
waiting for that question to come up because
I would
like I was
assume
gonna
we
have her
actually
roll
have
for it, but like
2.
nobody asked.
Yeah.
So.
So, who wants to be linked to Anna is the real question, and I look at Hove as I say that.
Well, I think of the 3.
Hove says I can't see anything. Who's looking at me?
Honest the scepter bearer. I feel like
Yeah.
Hove because he can cast
Cast.
heals on anyone who's, yeah.
One of the casters would actually be the best.
And then
People to link
if
up
you
and
want to
get it.
have, you know,
I am
extra,
like Buffmaster Supreme.
and then person to get buffed.
Ready, set, roll knowledge arcana.
All right.
All right. Oh, she rolled a 18. She's gonna
plus
get that
11,
high number.
30.
39.
Wait,
29.
no, 29.
I was like 39. You fucking add 21 to this.
Why'd you
quit.
roll?
Andrea, he said Arcana, not Alchemy. Because Alchemy, she does add almost that much.
As you spend some time with the,
It's like my disarm traps.
you don't have detect magic, do you? You do. Can somebody roll her arcana?
I got it. I rolled a
Is that
15.
20?
I rolled 10.
Oh,
Oh,
ten.
I rolled a
it's better.
15. I said I called it. 15 plus
What's her bonus to arcana?
some numbers.
15.
She said 15.
So 30. Okay. With her assistance, Violet lets you know that the scepter is inert.
Well, why?
It is not doing anything at the moment.
Someone's got to turn that on.
Can I Arcana it and try to turn. Do I want to turn it on?
You're the only one who probably could.
Yeah,
Are these
I'll try
warm?
to turn it
Try
on.
That's fine. I don't.
I'm gonna Arcana and try to turn it on.
Ashley, do not pander to him. He's a grown man. He
I
can
said
heat
I'll
them
fuck.
up himself. Anyway, what?
23.
Feels like I like them
tiny
cold.
bananas.
They have meat in the center. What? 23. It's not that it's inert. It's inert because it's set up to be that way. It doesn't reactivate until you have all of the rings.
Oh, that's like.
That's pretty good.
It prevents it from falling into the wrong hands and then being used.
Told you, we gotta poke them
Oh.
on it and catch them all.
Okay.
Pokemon.
I guess we gotta.
After the 2 hours that Violet was gone, and the hour it took you two to figure out that
Scared me.
the scepter is inert, it is now nearing midnight.
Are
Which
there-
is
Oh,
The
Valera.
Lannerai begins at midnight. This is essentially your New Year's celebration.
What do we do?
Go to the roof, blow fireworks up.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
also
actually-
don't
I'm
forget
gonna
our fourth
explain
session
fireworks to
is the
Hove.
50th.
I can actually construct fireworks.
Fourth.
They go boom.
Fourth session today will be the
Hers?
50th like episode.
Oh, okay.
Hers, mine are like. Lord
She
of the
can make
Rings.
fireworks.
Yeah.
And
Can I
they'll
trap
probably
things to
ball
them?
her.
Yeah.
Can I help with that by making them with my trap knowledge?
You could do the detonation.
Like-
Pwn,
delayed
I
things
haven't
and
played
stuff?
Mouse Guard, but I want to.
What do
Mouse
I
guard?
roll? Can I roll to make fireworks?
Did we almost find
Redwall is some of my favorite books. I have them all behind Desmond.
There's also Mice and Mystic.
Yeah,
It's
help
like
me make
I want
fireworks.
that.
RPG in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to help
It
me
comes
make
with
fireworks?
coins.
Can we make fireworks?
Sure.
Okay.
You spend an hour prepping and building fireworks. Roll alchemy. We'll see how many you get.
I also make fireworks that I can like fire off at close range.
So Hove can see them.
So hopefully
Like
it's in-
mini
like
fireworks.
sparklers.
Oh,
Something-
make me those snakes that look like poop.
Poop snakes. I like poop snakes.
Hove just sits in the corner.
Brazil goes downstairs. Or Osman, can you fill this?
Yeah, my resolution is to not. Well, I can
Here you go, poop snake.
turn to a blob whenever now. It just hurts.
You're like, this is my New Year's resolution? Ah.
Oh God, why?
I failed my save!
Alchemy. Why am I rolling some right now?
Wisdom's one of my shitty stats, so like.
Alchemy?
Yeah.
I had 16 to it, so
28.
23.
What? That's a
33.
17. I was like, let's do some math. 33.
Yeah.
Okay, you have 33 fireworks.
Jesus.
It's a lot of fireworks.
Yeah.
I just want sparkly.
Are these like dope ass fireworks?
Fuck yeah.
I made them.
Do we half-ass anything?
Yeah.
They're made out of alchemist
Fire.
fire.
The other buildings of the city are all burning down.
That was
Look
part
at
of
it, Hove, look at it. I can
Yeah,
feel
but
the
so
warmth
clear.
of the burning bodies from here. I can
It's
hear
my
their
beard is on
scurry.
fire.
Bill sips a cup of hot tea, like, delicious.
As happy as far as you can tell New Year's. If I lived there, my resolution would be not to get turned into a blob this year. Anyway, midnight rolls around, you begin setting them off, and your celebration begins.
Woo!
Is there kissing?
No.
Sure.
I mean, you have to kiss midnight.
Rowan and Arth.
Yes.
Oh my god. Please no.
No. In the middle of your celebration, can everybody please roll perception checks?
Me too.
No, he's way too far away.
Fucking 11, I'm toasted.
You have to tell me when I can and can't because,
know.
like, I have perception. If I can hear it.
15.
Buzz. 8.
17.
Hey, you. What's it look like?
Wow.
Oh, you know.
What'd you build?
Oh, Stormwolf.
Okay,
It's a pupper.
it's Pooper. Okay, what's your perception?
15.
What's yours?
17.
What's yours?
8.
You're fucking blind.
11,
No.
that's pretty toasted.
I'm having sympathy for Hove.
You're pretty toasted.
She's just like,
You gave me too much
I've
alcohol.
been doing shots all night, like.
She gave me too much alcohol.
Shut.
So a glass.
Raziel and Anna. And Vale. They're on a rooftop across from you. A man and a wolf stand there, staring at you.
A wolf.
A very
Staring?
big wolf.
Big wolf.
It's medium sized, right?
It's medium size.
Why is it
Big
big
wolf. Wolf.
Should it be able to
It's
see
a
us?
silhouette from you. What?
Should it be able to see us?
No.
I'm gonna go have a chat with whatever's looking at me.
Yeah.
I can't
Okay.
fly over, so yeah, you have.
Where are you going? Can I come?
There's someone watching us that shouldn't be able to watch us. Does anybody want to come?
I'll come. Be my eyes.
Yeah.
My wings.
No, I don't. I mean, I just grabbed Hove.
Yeah, bring Hove. I mean, literally, you probably just take Hove and be like,
I can fly with Hove.
Yeah.
We've done the math.
can I teleport to his shadow?
Yeah, I would tell you.
What's your range?
My speed. So no, probably
I
not.
mean, how many times can you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, like fucking a million.
Is it a move action to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you can
can-
just move with me.
You can
It'd
teleport
be so freaking cool.
from
In
Raziel
midair.
to Raziel in midair, from Raziel to the thing. It's,
I'm gonna do
it's
that.
50 feet away on the opposite side of the
You would like start
Wide
falling
road.
and free fall, like tuck and roll into
Yeah.
the shadow.
Yours
and
is
go
the
down.
largest building in the area, so he's looking up.
I'm toasted, no fear.
He's like barely.
So you just kind of like.
You're doing like Assassin's Creed leap of faith followed by teleport.
Yeah.
It would actually look really fucking
Desmond's
cool.
gonna get ganked.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
do
I
that
know
then.
you wanted to join this campaign. Death from above.
I rolled an attack roll.
Sneak
Well,
attack.
I drop a hove.
Hove from above.
I turn my holy malleable weapon into a piano.
all right.
It's got a hilt on one leg.
Voss, do you like our bananas?
Piano on a stick.
Oh, bananas.
Anyway, you arrive at the other thing.
I pop out of his shadow.
Rachel Nod's local.
He got a spook. 12.
You recognize this individual as a prominent Dark Knight in Dragonheart. He has been operating here for a significant amount of time. However, you've never seen the stormy-looking wolf sitting next to him before.
So, dude.
As you appear behind him, he says, "Hello."
Hi.
Notice you were watching us?
Sort of.
Why?
Define sort of?
Well, you can see the fireworks. You can't see the people. Thought it was a little odd.
But you see the people.
No, I don't. Not until you showed up here, anyway.
Oh.
Oh.
You kind of appeared halfway.
Gary.
How was that? Please, explain it to me in vivid detail.
Happy letter ride.
Happy letter. He just lets go of the door. Don't tell the elf.
I feel like I'm wrong.
Max wants to know if your character is also allergic to every living creature as you are.
No.
No, he summons every living creature. He's
I
the
can just summon
master of
things.
every living creature.
Anyway, he hands you a small. It looks like it's like a book about this large.
Is there court summons? What is it?
What's it say?
Court
summons.
Actually, you can't read.
Oh, God.
Dark vision prevents you from reading.
Oh, that sucks.
What's it say?
It appears to be an extremely detailed contract that's about 58 pages long.
So it has to be a book.
Yeah.
What's the
I
gist
told
of
you it
this?
was like this. What?
What's the gist of this?
It's the.
Gonna get the TLDR.
It's my contract with your antagonist.
Well, that's awful.
Who has the
Fourth
did you
wall-ish.
did you hand it to her or me?
I skimmed for names.
It appears to be a contract with a man by the name of
Edgar? Oh wait, no. This is with someone else.
I can't read.
Hove, read this.
I can't.
Fredegar Z. Videric.
How afraid of heights were you then? Because you can't see the bottom.
All I could see
Okay,
was
so it's
his-
Fred. EGAR
Flying through the
space
I can't see anything.
ZI apostrophe Videric.
Last name one more time.
Videric.
Videric?
Okay.
Is that Edgar?
Do we recognize
No.
the name?
Rachel, roll nose local.
She's fairly local.
I was gonna say,
24.
A prominent businessman who recently took up the faith
like the
of Junin in recent years, controls a significant portion of the monetary wealth within Dragonheart. He owns Videric's, which is a large department store in the center of the city.
Does this guy wear a weird ring?
Did you ask that out loud?
Mhm.
So you made the connection that I did.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Then we're on the same page.
Is this still active? What does the contract say he needs to be doing? Like, what is...
To hinder all enemies of Edgar, blah 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 blah, from preventing. It's essentially an open-ended contract that ends as of like 8 minutes ago.
Have you acted on this yet?
Twice.
I pull out my hammer. Go on.
Why are you... Is this like a villain's monologue? I don't...
No.
It's like a villain's monologue.
like...
Was hired to perform a task.
Tell you my dastardly
As a Dark
plan
Knight, I must
before
uphold
kill
my
you.
obligations. They contacted the Dark Knights. I was assigned, and here I am performing the task.
I'll take a step back from him. Because I'm
Well-
expecting him to, like, attack me when he says that.
Yeah, performing this task would.
Actively.
I'm performing my duties.
Until 8 minutes ago.
Okay.
Happy Lannerai.
Happy Lannerai.
Indeed. I also haven't necessarily killed you yet, so we're on a...
Nope.
Yep.
I choose to get my... Everybody's got choices.
I choose to get money. I'm stuck to this bread. Literally.
Pretty sure I can kill your character. No.
Actually, I'm barely certain he would give
I
you a
could
good
kill
run for your
his
money.
character. I just have to hope the Eidolon doesn't kill me first.
You have to also hope that he doesn't cast like hold person on you ever.
I have a pretty high save. 2 DC.
He goes to explain
Fail.
the Bard tests and the Chaos Beasts were both my doing, with assistance from Fredigar.
That's my building. You're lucky it didn't collapse.
Hope chuckles.
Unforeseen side effects.
Unforeseen my ass.
Even a blind man can tell it's gonna fall down. If some giant monsters down there.
That's why he's a blind man.
Well, I didn't really necessarily choose the monsters. The monsters chose me. No. I was supplied by your antagonists.
Okay.
So you just can't do that. Like make stuff like that.
Looks over at the Stormwolf. Sort of.
Where'd you find that?
Is that a stray?
Is it friendly?
What's it look like?
It's
Is it 6-legged?
no.
Okay, good.
Oh god.
Legs.
Okay.
Like it's 4 legs. It's basically got fur of like lightning and teeth.
That's so cool.
Lightning teeth.
Also
I don't think I
lightning
want to
teeth.
pet it.
It might be nice.
Well, I
Does-
don't think you could pet it and not
does
get
it-
shocked. Technically.
Don't touch it.
Does it snarl at her or anything?
Can you turn
Is
the
it just
shock
sitting
collar
there?
off?
I assume you have full control over it.
Yeah.
It just sits there. It's literally sitting.
It has
Is
its
it-
own initiative, but it's not
Yeah.
like a druid pet in Pathfinder where like it does its own actions. It's like
He goes to explain that
it's so annoying.
he made the same revelations that you did, and obviously couldn't stand by while his home city was being destroyed by...
No, while the contract was still in effect.
Yeah.
Say very accusatory, basically.
Well, and then he explains, at least until the contract ran out. Of course, I'm supposed to be in a meeting right now re-signing that, but I'm here instead.
Why is that?
I feel like we should have our resident intelligence look over this. I'm like looking at like Violet across
We can
the room.
go. Hey, you. We can go to the stables.
Yeah.
That doesn't get him into anywhere that he can't be.
And he's technically been there.
We have this meeting somewhere less
And
open.
yeah.
Oh wait, I'm talking to you, not him. Because he's not him yet.
How high up are we?
How high up are we?
You're gonna say 10 feet.
Yeah, like 10 feet.
The correct answer is like 70.
We're not that high.
Okay.
If he looks over the edge, you can't see the bottom.
I know.
But
Liar.
You know I was lying. But you know why I said 10 feet.
Well, let's go down to the stables and I'll get
he follows you down to the stables.
my contract maker.
I take, what's this?
I did make a contract.
Do you have a contract with him? Did you write it up already?
No, I didn't write it up yet.
What the fuck, Desmond? This was the only thing you needed to do.
Almost.
You just sat here for 5
close.
hours.
Oh.
It's close.
I didn't realize that was what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
No,
It looks like the WoW one.
Yeah.
It's a storm wolf
assuming.
from, WoW.
Yeah, it looks good.
Well, does
Yeah.
it look like that, basically?
I don't know. Ask him.
Sure.
Does it?
More lightning,
Yeah.
but yeah.
More lightning.
Yeah.
Like,
It would have been a little hard asset-wise for WoW to make it lightning-y.
I'm gonna ask the crystal if I can make magic resistance gloves so I can pet it.
Sure. Possible.
Gloves of petting.
I don't know it exists yet.
Gloves of petting.
I get my wizard. I'm like, there's some.
You arrive at the stables with
Slightly.
your Dark Knight
I
intel.
get Violet. I'm like,
You recognize
there's
him.
some
Does
third-
Ron
and
not
his-
attack him on sight?
You
Okay,
recognize
good
his outfit and such as denoting him as a Dark Knight, though
Right.
his rank does not appear to be open to anyone, which is something you find odd because it's usually something that they let everybody know.
But if I've known of him, I probably know he's been doing his own thing for a while.
Yes.
It's not like I don't know him.
Anyway, go ahead.
excuse me.
I
You
get-
arrive at the stables. You're bring down the rest of the party, I assume.
I'm too drunk to handle this on my own.
I'm too drunk.
I'm like, Violet, there's a wolf and a guy and there's
A what?
contracts and just come down to the stables.
That's too many words. What are you saying?
I'm drunk right now. What?
Had like this much.
It's fucking lightweight. I'm over there with like a fucking keg.
She's like, I've had like this much of Everclear. Okay. How are you standing?
Poor thing.
No, I have my floating disc. I'm just like.
You're sitting on it.
If I stand up, I die.
What's the oven?
So, he's a Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Contract him or whatever.
How do we get you to,
What do you want me to do with this?
do you plan on signing another contract
You're
with this
this.
guy?
That depends entirely on the course of this discussion. I'm trying to be Desmond as much as I can.
Because
It's
we
very hard.
preferred
So talk.
it. We preferred if you didn't.
get you? What?
We preferred if you didn't try this again.
You probably also want to know what's in my head.
What's in your head?
Information about your enemy that you don't have at the moment.
Tell me.
No. I give
tell
nothing for free.
What
Me?
do you,
Same.
what do you want?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
He hands you a contract. You can sign this whenever you're ready.
I read it. What's it say?
It's essentially that he'll help you take down your antagonist for a measly sum of 2 copper a month.
It's really
What?
low.
That's nothing.
Sign it, guys.
Is there-
I
is
don't
there-
know.
In extent, he will attempt to assist you to the best of his ability until the individual known as Edgar has been removed from the city in a permanent fashion.
Is
You
there any
need to-
other loopholes?
Permanent. Can we change this to dead?
Yes, it's up for negotiation because permanent has to be dead in this case.
I'm not entirely certain what you mean.
We want Edgar
We don't
dead.
want to move him out. We want him in a box.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
That's within my confines. He
I
edits
wouldn't
it and
trust
gives
that
it back.
In a box, dead.
And is the box dead or is he dead?
Both.
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 We don't want him in a living box. We want the box.
Oh my god.
So,
We get really specific about the
Why-
deadness of things.
Hi, Brent.
why
I
only
mean,
2
it could be a
copper?
living
What?
box.
Why only 2 copper?
I can't work for free. It's against the organization.
You don't actually want us.
So you really want this done?
I mean, I can't do it myself.
It's a matter of honor.
It's a matter of I like where I live, and I'd rather not shit where I eat.
You can move.
Dark Knight.
So he likes where he lives.
I've
I
been
was
here a
gonna
long time.
He has.
You're an Amorai, right?
Mm-hmm. He's been located in the city for about 100
I'm
years.
just like the whole time. I'm just like knocking.
He doesn't respond.
I just keep knocking. I assume that Violet is insane when she's drunk.
We check the fine print, as Tim says. Any fine print?
Yeah. He's free of this contract if all of you were dead.
Okay.
I'm assuming, is it like a lightweight contract? Like
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Edgar
a lot
it
of
was a
dead,
book.
Tupac
Well, there's a lot of
No,
definitions.
the one
Every
that
word,
he originally signed with
Oh,
Your
okay.
Enemy is a book. His is like 8 pages.
but it's all definitions.
Yeah.
The party, quotation marks, which
Yep.
consists of.
Does it end if one of us
So-
dies or if all of us die?
Specifically Vale.
What?
What?
Why? That's weird. I mean, if you
Why?
find that, ask about it.
Why this part?
Well, you'll have to sign it first, and I'll explain.
Who has to sign it?
What?
Who has to sign it?
Just Vale.
No.
Oh, why?
I feel like if
Yeah,
she is
on
going to
you.
enter in a contract
I
with
don't care.
you with somebody dying,
Could you
should
explain?
tell.
Anywhere my death is listed
Can I chime in?
is a cause
Yeah.
for concern.
She doesn't die.
I'm aware.
No, I wasn't saying that to you. I'm not drunk.
Great, just tell him I'm a fucking noir.
God.
God damn it.
I mean, it wasn't that hard to figure out for sure.
He obviously knows that part.
Yeah. So why is that the contingency here?
Because I can get out of this?
If he really wanted out, he could just say that
Oh,
that's
so
it.
he's saying that he can't get out.
No, he
No,
can.
he rode in a way to get out.
But why is it my death?
If
That's
she
weird.
dies.
Because you come back.
But I'm not me.
But how would
That's
they know?
not his problem.
Like, what's the proof that she would die?
What do you mean proof? You're holding it to
There's
him.
no
The only
phone.
person who has to hold this up is him.
It lets him void the contract whenever he wants. Basically.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he kills her?
She can just change her face.
That's why, like, I don't get one.
Oh.
He needs a reason not to work for the Dark Knights right now.
Yeah.
No, I get that. No, I get what she's asking.
This just means he can end it whenever he wants.
Okay.
Don't you have to send like a contract or something back to your people?
That's what this is.
But I
Yeah.
don't think you wanted to say this.
Why? They have no idea.
What if they're...
It's if one person dies.
Huh?
It just
No,
says if the
it
person
says
signing the
that you're going
contract.
to help us kill Edgar. What if they are in cahoots
Dark Knights
with
have
Edgar?
signed up for worse. And they're all bound by contract.
Correct. We are not necessarily loyal to any individual, and there have been multiple instances of Dark Knights on separate sides of a conflict.
But
As
Edgar
there are
already
right now.
knows we're trying to kill him, so it doesn't matter.
Actually, no, he doesn't.
Can we switch the battle?
How does he not know?
Oh, so
Jippy, can you
can
go
we
back
like
to
make up a fake contract
that
you can
bad
turn
thing?
in?
No.
My man.
You can sign that, and I can tell you the rest. Whenever you're ready.
But I don't want them to know
No one.
that we're trying to kill Edgar. Because
The
if
Dark
one of
Knights
it-
are bound to the
They won't.
contract. They won't reveal it to him.
They can't.
what if they have a ring?
None of us are currently ring bearers. I've checked.
Okay.
It's also not something we necessarily do.
No. Because you have to do it willingly. None of them will.
Okay, I'll sign it.
You sign it?
Yeah,
He
whatever.
signs it too. Witnesses? Witnesses?
Sign it.
Sign it.
Why are you
Okay.
looking at me?
He's like, I can't
You're
see
like-
what's on the paper.
Hove, witness this.
Witness me.
Okay, go ahead and ask questions.
What do you know? We don't know.
We'll start with the fact that Edgar doesn't actually know who the hell you are yet.
He doesn't
Why
know
isn't it
that-
chasing
Good.
us?
He hasn't. His agents have.
Does he know I stole a scepter?
Stole what something?
The
He
fake
knows
one.
that somebody attempted to steal it. Doesn't know who it was connected to.
He didn't connect it to me.
Thank
No.
God.
Okay, good. Because I was actually afraid of that.
As of right now, you are merely a shit stain on the Void's bucket list.
Well,
Sweet.
You're just somebody who got in the way once or twice.
Sweet.
that actually works
That's
in our favor.
awesome.
However, your notice has come under entities who work for Edgar, such as why I got brought into this contract to begin with. You went to, what's his name? Phalar? Is it Phalar?
Thalar is the guy over the
He's the
Icarus.
succubi, isn't he?
Yeah, the succubus, right? Yeah. Phalar's party, so you've been added to the list of people that Fredegar wants to remove.
Okay. I'm actually surprised it took that long.
Entities of importance, as it were.
Oh, so we're an entity of importance.
Yeah, but you're not on Edgar's radar.
Just
Yes.
predators.
Mhm.
Slur it. Predators.
Who the fuck is Fredegar?
It's the guy that he was in contract with.
Yeah, but who?
Yeah, he owns a good portion of this.
Oh, okay.
This city's economy.
We're like just
That guy. Sorry, I didn't connect the two. I remembered that, but I forgot. That's who it was.
Anyway, what else
Covered
would
in
you like to know?
What's that thing's name?
Celeste.
Yes.
I read it on this thing.
It has 5 tags. 4.
Damn.
How many legs?
4 legs.
I can get that.
It has a mouth.
When you look at it, what do you see?
President Voss says, I saved Hove from being unable to read. I'm like a teacher or something.
Thanks, boss.
Anyway,
Where are you rooming? Do you have a place to stay?
that's actually one of the things that have bothered me so far.
What?
See, I was tasked with tracking you down and making your life as miserable as possible. The first part seems to be incredibly difficult. However, you do return to the same locations over and over again, and you are definitely creatures of habit. I suggest breaking it.
No, I'm good.
All right. Your
For 3 weeks.
We'll keep having to go back to the same places. It's not like.
well, no, that's not necessarily. It's more like Rowan gets a haircut every Thursday at the same barbershop. They buy their clothes from the same department store every Friday.
So you're saying it's Rowan and Ulrich who are causing all the problems?
And the Raven. However, once you enter this building, I don't know what happens to you.
You probably won't for a little while.
My creatures lose sight of you. So I kind of figured if I stood on the roof long enough, somebody wouldn't have noticed. And it worked.
Yeah.
You tend to take threats very seriously, considering you almost killed 4 men in your courtyard who were delivering a letter.
Then I recommend not delivering letters fully armed and with 4 people.
Yeah.
I mean, the world is a dangerous place. That's why dark
Yup.
pants exist.
That's why we approach everything as dangerous.
We didn't kill him. Did they die though?
Touche.
Did they die, though?
But did you die?
Anyway, that's all you got. Anything else?
Don't summon things in the Temple of the Wormfather again, or we'll have words.
Part of the contract. I mean, I'll remember that.
Good answer.
I hope I never need to come to your aid. Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Made it this far.
Hair.
I got him.
Sorry, I kicked you.
I'm actually pretty terrified. My intimidate's like 7 million.
Any other questions?
Mine's 7.
I think so.
No.
A few million less.
What's your name? It's assuming it's in the contract.
Yeah, we
but
would have seen it.
Right.
Revelin?
for the notes.
Yep.
Do you know anything about his family? Do you know, like based on his last name, do you know who he is or like anything about it?
Oh yeah, hey, can I?
Yep.
I'm not the only one. So
Nobility?
Watching Twitch.
Aww.
19.
You can celebrate with us. It's fine. 19. Yeah, you know that his last name only exists with him, but that's all. It's also a really old one.
That's intriguing.
Can I tell about how old he is?
Roughly about 300.
Old as bones.
So he's much older than you.
I mean,
The name's probably even older.
While you're knocking right now, he eventually says yes.
hi.
I'm drunk.
She does this all the time. Anyway,
Is Ulrich here?
mhm.
Does he seem to know who he is?
Does he seem jealous?
Your boyfriends are drinking in the corner, watching this unfold.
Uno mas.
I tell him mentally you can invite him upstairs if you want, but that's up to you guys.
Nope.
And I'm gonna walk away.
Do you got any open apartments down here?
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Yeah, hobo apartment.
Sure.
He can stay in a hobo apartment. I don't
Oh.
tell him it's a hobo apartment.
Why?
We have a nice apartment for you. You can stay in there.
I'm assuming you have a decent one.
All right, I'll go home.
It's just us. Or you can go home. That's fine.
Wait, where's home? Where can we find you if we need you? That's a better question.
Taking down your enemies. Because apparently you seem unwilling.
What do you think we've been
What
doing?
do you need?
Do you need to see our finger collection?
He leaves.
I shrug. I go back upstairs. I
Yeah.
continue my
Yeah,
news.
fine.
We need to tell the boys not to do things.
Yeah.
Buddy system. I follow
Him?
Yeah.
Accidentally? Or you just go.
him. No, I'm following him.
Hey.
I had to follow Hove.
Do you
When
say
you
buddy
stop
system?
asking questions, you can have your character. Go ahead.
I don't. Is he still going?
Yep.
I'm following him.
Okay.
Where we going?
He just slows down and lets you both catch up.
Where we? Well, I'm faster than him. Where are you going?
Home.
Where's home?
I have my own apartment. I've lived here for a significant amount of time. I mean, you literally would have paid it off like 70 years ago. You probably own the whole building
Yeah.
by now.
I knocked down a couple walls. It's nice.
Like
It's nice.
You've had like
He
3
kept buying the
tenants.
apartments next door and just turned it into one big one.
You've had like 3 different
I start
landlords.
asking what you did during the Darkest War, because that's honestly what Hove and Razir would care most about.
Sure. He gives you a series of war stories about how he fought on the southern edges of the field in Sentinel. Primarily handling operations. He was not on the front line.
I give him many stories of being on the front lines.
I had these friends. They're all dead.
Specific vivid images of Vantis killing all of my friends.
They're all dead.
Jim.
Do you explain to him that you have a plan to kill all your friends?
Yeah.
Okay. He goes, that explains the sudden hatred and tracking down of Edgar.
Yup.
Yup.
Nope.
Did you ever track down those Vantis?
Yup.
Oh. Okay. Where is he?
In Dragonheart.
I think I would have noticed if Vantis was here by now.
Oh god, he doesn't know this yet?
What?
Edgar.
He's just an old guy
Nope.
with the rings that control people.
He's not just an old guy.
That explains a lot.
He's an old Vantis.
An old Vantis guy.
From your perspective, Desmond, you lived in this city for the last 100 years, and about 6 years ago, a random guy showed up. You've never met him before. He came in and essentially replaced the second most powerful family in the city. The entire family that he replaced, what are their names, Ashley?
What?
What's Edgar's last name?
No, the family that Edgar's family replaced. Anyway,
I don't know if I put
Uh,
that in PC.
they
Family X.
essentially disappeared. You didn't care because politics aren't really your thing. Until
Eternus?
yeah, that's it, the Tremors family. You notice that the black rings started appearing every time you come back to the city after doing various things. More black rings would show up, and then you quickly realized that all of the people who ended up putting black rings on were working together. So you decided to get a little deeper into the organization just to figure it out. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? So you met with fucking the Badric? Baldric?
The guy.
Fredigar,
Yeah.
who seemed the most
Thank you.
James
Following.
Slighthammer. Thank you for following.
or is it James Lighthammer?
Probably James Lighthammer.
Yeah.
Or James Slighthammer.
James Slighthammer.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
You signed up with him to see what he wanted. The first year that you did it, it was just like guard these locations. Take this from here to here, and just various menial tasks. Generally, there were things that, like, you're obviously protecting precious cargo, but you're not necessarily certain what that cargo is, because your contract didn't specifically state what the cargo was. And then when you tried to edit that into the next year's contract, he sent you on different missions entirely. Now you were escorting important individuals to meetings and generally doing guard duty, which you hated anyway. And then last year, the party showed up, in which case your contract was actually edited halfway through the year for a large lump sum in order to take care of these fools. You didn't. Well, you did it to the best of your ability, which is what you specified in the contract. Until the contract ended 12 minutes ago. And here we
It's
go.
been what? Exactly.
You would have learned over the course of your time that the Black Rings obviously granted Edgar mind control over the individuals contained therein. At first, you thought they were just like a symbol of like a secret society, and then you started realizing that like people changed like overnight when they put one on, and then you literally witnessed them putting them on people. In which case, you started looking into this a little heavily, realized that Edgar had bigger plans than what the party currently knows about, and didn't really care much for tracking them down. He kind of left handling miscreants to his underlings. Edgar doesn't get involved in things personally. You've only met the man twice in the 4 years you've worked for him. Anything else? From your standpoint, do you want to know anything else? Because for the remaining part of this, you're just going to be asking me questions.
Yeah.
Okay. You good with that?
Yep.
Okay. He's all yours.
And people.
Give him the keys.
Okay, guys. Welcome Desmond to the table. You officially have your character.
I don't know what we do though. He's not really a member of the party yet.
You just signed a contract. He actually is a member
Yeah,
of the party.
He's like that weird PC that's going to be in his own building and off doing his own thing.
That was your
we're gonna
decision.
find.
Until
I
we
know it
trust
was.
them.
I mean, my
I
character
know.
would not be like, please come upstairs into my
I know.
secret hideout yet. So
But we could have.
In any case, you go to his
We'll get
apartment. It's a fairly fancy apartment. It reminds you a lot of, well, actually, it doesn't remind you too of anything because you've never been to Celerai.
Does Desmond invite us in? Do we have to sign a contract to go into your apartment?
I
No,
may
you've
have
already
been to
written-
Celerai, my sister's thing.
You've already signed.
Then
the
it
contract.
reminds you a lot of
she's-
Celerai, a lot of Solarian architecture. It harkens back to home for him. A lot of natural wood paneling, the general things that you would find.
Yeah.
He has a lot of Eldritch devices. He's fairly well to do.
Yeah,
He's a Dark Knight after all.
My apartment's common knowledge. People know where I live.
He's not necessarily worried about people killing him. He has a organization behind him that will hunt his enemies down. That's all. Have fun.
Nice place.
Thank you.
It's not covered with demon summoning circles.
Well, I don't need demon summoning circles.
A closet of like complete darkness.
James Slatehammer.
James Slayhammer.
Desmond.
I probably get my.
Revelin takes you to a small side room and opens a small chest.
What's in the box?
He opens it. Inside is a black ring.
What's the ring for?
I was supposed to put this on last year.
Hmm.
Good work.
is that box safe?
Check if it's safe.
Yeah, you'd be the only one. I don't think he'd be able to tell. Raziel.
It's a box.
Someone might have these skills now.
Huh? Oh, I can't detect magic. I didn't get knowledge arcana. Oracles don't get that.
Oh well.
I have it.
You could ask him.
Yeah.
Oh yes, then it's
I was gonna say, if he doesn't know, someone should let him know that they can like track that, and
He
it
knows.
could be messy. Okay.
Is that box magical?
Is it a magic box?
yes.
It
It
is
is
a magic
properly
box.
warded against all divination magic.
Okay.
Put on the ring.
What? If you really love me, put the ring on.
He's heard that before.
Can I see that ring?
Not again!
Here we go. Hope pulls out his hammer. Bonk. Bonk.
Alright, well, you look like you'll be cozy here. We'll come get you tomorrow.
Okay.
That's so weird.
I really just want to know where he lives.
I mean, it would be your due diligence.
Buddy system.
Yeah.
He was
Oh, so
alone.
you should probably tell him about buddy system.
Yeah, you can't
Well, you
go
can't.
anywhere alone.
Unless I sleep here.
He has his.
Your
thing.
cat counts. Dog.
It does?
You're like that bright thing over
Bat.
there.
Whatever it is.
Okay. Oh, for the record, your enemy has been giving you the summoning candles, which allow you, using your abilities, to summon entities far higher level than you currently can cast on your own.
Okay.
You have 2 of these.
Sweet.
They allow you to treat your summon monster spells if it was 3 levels higher than your current
That
ability
is
to cast.
extremely
Christ.
high.
How?
You only have 2.
Can
They
you
can only
only
be
use
used
them
once.
Okay. I was gonna say that would suck if you could use them multiple times and we cut one up into 62 pieces.
Well, that just means
What?
we use it
I didn't-
62 times.
Yeah, then it turns into 62 candles.
Nice.
That's how it works.
I know how magic works. God.
We just summon them for 1 second.
There's like 62 horrible, crazy, evil entities and then just blurt out resistance.
That's how you scare the shit out of someone
I know.
now. Light it, Raziel.
Let's see what I can do.
Yeah, true though.
Don't bring him to an old folks' home.
You understanding your method of combat, you would know that you should probably start at the bottom of the organization and work your way up, instead of starting at the top and working their way down.
Nope, gotta cut the
We
head
go
off.
big or go home.
Go big or go home.
I spent
But I
They've
can cut his
literally
head
been
off.
stalking Edgar and only Edgar this whole time instead of finding out who works for him.
I spent too much time on Medusas to know all about heads and tentacles and what you have to
Those
kill.
are Hydras. And you fought one already.
Nope.
Raziel and Hove are just used to,
We've done a
taking
lot
things.
of really weird stuff in this game.
Fuck you. I think it's great stuff.
No, it
Thank
is.
Go find your own shit.
I think that's probably a good place to cut this episode, as far as you can tell. I'm Joe. With me, as always, was JP, Desmond, Brad, Rachel, Ashley, and Andrea. I can say Desmond's always with us now. If you want to learn more about the campaign setting we're playing in, it is the Zodiac Empires Campaign Setting. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the other social medias. You can also find out more at zodiacempires.com. Also, if you have received the campaign setting and all that stuff in a giveaway or whatnot, please give us a rating on Amazon, Drive-Thru RPG. It'll help us out greatly, help us get some more Zodiac Empires content to you. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.